And now we're going to finally put this calculator struct together. So we're going to go through the existing code and see what needs to be changed. And it starts right here. The input is fine. That's just the user input. And now when we go here, we can see well, we don't need result vec and we don't need push string anymore. So we're just going to say that new calculator equals calculator new. And these ones we don't need anymore because the calculator has everything for us. And then over here, of course, push string is now called current input, calculator.current input. So we can do this current input. And fortunately, the playground also has lets you replace them all at the same time. So now it says calculator.current input is empty. Result vec does not exist anymore, so this becomes calculator dot, what was it, results. So we can change that, and there's 5 of them. So we change that. Let's see what else has not been changed. Calculator blah blah blah, that thing, I think that's fine. Mute total, we don't need that anymore because the calculator is holding the total. So is this, we don't need that. Math editor, of course, we don't need that anymore. So we will change this to for entry in calculator.results and delete this. And then let's see, entry blah blah blah. Adds now becomes calculator.adds and match calculator.adds. That's fine. If adds, so total will be calculator dot total. Total, that's right. And then down here, of course, calculator dot total. Adds equals true. No, calculator dot adds equals true. So I think that's changed everything. And of course, we can run our tests, and our tests will tell us if we forgot to do something. There we go. If calculator adds. Let's try that again. Total should be calculator.total. I think that's the last of it. Looking good. And yeah, so 7 tests, they're all okay. So our calculator is still working. We refactored it and it's still working just fine and looks a little bit better. This is, by the way, if you have Cargo installed, then you can modify this. So 7 passed, 0 failed. You can instruct it to ignore some of them or filter out. But on the playground, we're not going to need to do that. But that's an option for later on. If you have a lot of tests and you would like to, not do this one and you don't want to comment it out, you can tell Cargo to just test certain ones. And so after this, we're just going to do a little bit more improvement of the code because you can see there's you can probably imagine yourself a lot of changes that you would make, but one of them is that this is pretty long. Calculator dot blah blah blah, calculator dot something something. There's a bunch of things we could do, but we'll just 2 short examples to make it a little bit shorter. So we have this. Let's say we'll have a clear function instead, and self dot current input dot clear. So that will just that will clear the string. So current input dot clear. Let's see how many of these we have. We have 3 of them. So this becomes just calculator dot clear, calculator dot clear, and then where's the other one? There it is. So calculator dot clear, and then every time we make a change, we can run the test again to make sure it's working.
and everything is still good. And then finally, let's just do one more. So let's make this function called function pushchar. And let's see, this will take, of course, a mutable self and this character, which is a char. And then we're going to say self.current input and let's see, push the character in like that. And then, so we'll find this and we'll change all of these to, so calculator current input should all turn into calculator.pushchar. So calculator.pushchar like that. And you can see it's getting a little bit nicer. Calculator.pushchar. This refactoring is always the most fun because it works just as well as before, but you're making it more readable, and it starts to feel like actual, maybe usable code, something that somebody else would like to use, and something you can be more proud of using. And the tests still work, and so that's just a little bit of refactoring. Just going to leave it here. It's it's a little bit better. It works. You can add things, you can subtract things, and there's a whole bunch of tests to tell you where you go wrong. So that is the end of this this one mini project in the book, and now we're going to move on in the next video to external crates, which is using other people's code, and that's because that happens a lot because Cargo is great for that, and also Rust has a fairly small standard library, so you end up using a lot of external code. So I'll see you then.